Alright, hello, my name's Kyle. We are going to be sorting some magic cards today. So, I have made other sorting videos in the past, but it's been a while, and I would like to, I've been saving up. I've been saving up my red cards. This is the box. I've got a database with all my cards. This is the box that all my cards go through after I enter them to be sorted. It's like the most important box in my collection. And as you can see, I have the different colors here: white, blue, black, red, green, multicolored, colorless, land, and a bunch of other stuff. But I've been saving up my red cards. I have not been sorting them alphabetically specifically for this video. Yeah, so let's take these cards out here. And I think I have about 400 of them. That's my guess. And I think I've sorted more than 400 cards at a time in a video, but I haven't done it with my new SafeSort tray, so I'm excited to show you that. Okay, now these are going to fall over. Let's put some boxes in here so they don't fall over. You don't fall over, please. Okay. There we go. I can put one more. That should be fine. This has been the most important box in my collection. I think some friends made it for me like 17 years ago. Very awesome. All right. Okay, so I'm going to sort these cards. I'm going to use the tray to do like a 26 bucket quick sort. Okay, so I'm going to move these cards out of the way a little bit. Why don't you all go over here? And then I will move the tray into the frame so you can watch me do the sorting. Oh, I think I'm going to need to push you all over some more. Okay. That fit. There we go. That fit looks about right. Okay. All right. So, I love this tray for sorting. It is so great. I'm going to sort some cards. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to look at each card, look at the first letter in the card name, and I'm going to put it in whatever slot it goes in. I'm going to have them facing this way because it's just easier for me to place. That was R. This is M. This is S. Here's another R. Here's an M. Here's F, and so on. And, you get kind of faster as you go along. One of the great things about this tray is the way it's laid out. It's got RST right here. And so it's very easy to remember where those go. And by the time you're done sorting some, those kind of become a little bit of muscle memory for you. Okay? RST, W, RST, V, P, H. I guess a lot of mongoose lizards. Oh, we got a Z, we got a Zuko. L, L, F, Y. I think I'm going to cover all of the letters in this one. Z, RST, I know where they are. And the other thing, M and N being right in the middle, also very nice. Oh, I put some M's. Oh, no, you go there. Ooh, as you can see, I make mistakes all the time. I am not a computer. R, R, F, C. R is going to have a lot. Usually S is the letter that has the most. But, it may be R here. It probably helps that I'm doing red cards. T, more T, F, summon, suplex, fire, camera, light, ore plate, explosive, dynamite, direct, gravel, some T's, firebending, thunder. I don't know what that was. Elturel, K, food fight, Wiley, Baylor, steam path, bedhead, Basidian, spider. Oh, maybe it's catching up there. H, R, got some L, T, Wiley again, Umberwild, Doretti, Scourge. Yeah, and at this point, of course, I've already entered these into my, database, and I'm just sorting them so that I can put them away in my, oops, also the rest is there, into my boxes. Keep all my cards sorted. All right, that's the first, I don't know, maybe 100 so cards. I got way more to go, so here we go. I'm just going to sort these all out. I don't have any A's yet. That's crazy. Oh, there's my first J. Okay. Lots of lightning strikes. Lots of lightning strikes. 2 frantic firebolts. Flip a coin. Harried spear. Bellowing bruiser. Kindled heroism. Edgewall path. Ember. Beacon. Twisted fealty. More Hillgeigus as I drafted a lot. Final Fantasy. A braid. There we go. We got our A. There's another A. Vaughn. I love keeping my cards sorted because I can figure out first of all, I can figure out real easily whether I have a card. Of course, I've got my database, so I can look them up there, but then when you actually find the card, there's Q. We got a Q. But also, I love, I got an Oliphant. I also love, it's just so nice to sit down and sort cards. It's just very therapeutic. Now, okay, this is a card. It's an alternative name card, so I'm going to put it with the C. I want it if I'm looking for Captain Lannery Storms, I want to be able to find that. So I'm putting it with them. Well, I've got all my first ones. I'm just missing N on this one, and I'm missing X. So I might not have any X's. We will find out. But I bet we're going to have an N. I bet we're going to have an N. T, F, T, S, C, N, B, D, F, N, I, T, L, S, P, L is over here, what am I doing? G, N, C, S, T, got another Z, look at us with our Z's. R, there's the N, we got the N, Nebula Dragon. Alright, 2 drill, 2 deeps. Alright. And once I get these all sorted out, I'm not done, right? I'm not done at that point. I'm still going to have to more UN archers, more Zuko. I think I drafted a bunch of Zukos. I haven't sorted my red cards out in like a year or more. So I do a lot of drafting. I do a lot of chaos drafting. That's one of my favorite things. There's no Y. W, that's Y. Okay, again, here's one that's lightning bolt, so it's going with the L's. Bolt Hound, Hero, JKB, 2, R, S, F, Y. I'm sure people are not sticking around with this video. But this is the first round. This is probably the most interesting, important round. But then, I'm going to do it again here. I love that Colruyt Zealot. I do love that Colruyt Zealot. Ooh, these were stuck together a little bit. All right. Curiosity, Fire Nation, Zap. I took that Zap out. I put it in here last night, so I should have remembered that that was coming. OP, Kyle, OP. You know, it's a really nice way to do my sorting here. And, you know, I love that this tray, like the cards don't get squeezed in. They don't brush up against other cards at all. It's really nice. You know, since I got this, I have not used my other tray a single time. I don't know if I'm going to get that X. I guess we'll see. Oh, lots of W's and a V. That's nice. More V. You know, and it's a little easier to place them before any cards get, because there's a big letter kind of staring you in the face. But even once they're placed, it's pretty easy to get stuff going. More John Johns, okay. I apparently like to draft John John. Alright, and then I'm on to my last bunch here. You're watching the whole video. 2 flips of the coin. Fearless, Impossible. Narsa Tribute. Zuko, Zao, Fire Nation, for Misha. You know, I did a bunch of Brothers War Jumpstart with my younger daughter. W, S, Combustion Man. Ooh, 2 more Zuko's. Yep, I like to draft Zuko. I wonder how much about my drafting strategy you can tell from watching this. Maybe you would need to see me put my wings away. That might be the giveaway there. Yeah, so we're finishing up with this first round, okay? And then I'm going to need to sort. You see, like, they're not in alphabetical order yet. They're just sorted by the first letter so far. You know, and if I were a machine, I might sort them by, later on in the string. But I am not a machine. I am a human. And so I will not be sorting them that way. I don't think we're going to get that X. I don't think we're going to get that X. And, you know, I've probably made some mistakes. You've probably seen them. You're probably yelling at me. You will see them get fixed up in a moment. All right. So now, oops. Okay, so I've sorted them all by their first letters. Okay, I've still got more sorting to do, of course. But now it's pretty easy. So here I've got my A's, and I only have there's like less than 10 cards here. So I'm just going to sort these. I'm just going to do it so I see AC, that's probably first, AE's probably second. Oh no, I've got a braids, those are first. I'm kind of doing a selection sort here. It's very cheating. I'm very cheating. A, B, A, B, A, C, A, E, A, K, and then A, L come next. A, N, and A, F. So there's no sorting past the second letter that I have to do for these. These are all sorted. And then what I do is I just put them face down here in the A section. And I'm not going to put them all face down in their own sections. I'm just going to keep piling them on top of that. All right, now I've got a lot more B's. So here's what I'm going to do for the B's. Now, I don't usually sort this many cards, so usually I just do that. But if I have a stack that's big enough, I don't want to sort them out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these piles off. I'm going to keep, they're still in order. They're still in order there. But I'm going to pull them off. They're going to be, sorry, they're going to be out of the camera's view, but they're still in order. JK, LM, NO, P, and Q, and then R, S, and S. S is the biggest pile. You know it. U, there's just two unleashed shells. I've been using okay. V, W, no X's, but Y's and Z's we do have. Okay, so then I'm going to go sorting my B's. And that means I got to move these because I may have some A's. And then now I'm looking at the second letter. So I'm looking at B-O, B-R, B-O, B-O, B-U, B-O, B-R. Oops. The tray does not save you from being a butterfingers. B-U, B-R, B-O. And you'll see there are some very there are a couple letter combinations that come up more than others, as you will see. Boomy, BR, Borcupine, Blazing Bomb, Bedhead, Baylor, Burning, Bling, Blazin, Blood, and Bombard. Okay? Now, BA, it's easy. I just got two. L comes before T, we're done. E, I just got two. D comes before L, done. BI, I only have one card. BL, okay. BLA, BLI, BLO. Just like that. Okay. Okay, now I've got Borcupines. I've got three of those. They're first, BOA. Okay. And then it looks like BOI is next. BOI. And what, if I want, I can put these face down. Because I know they're first. BOI. So now I've got it boiling. Okay, boiler comes before boiling. Great. BOU is last. BOL, wait, what was this? BOI. Okay. BOL is next, then BOM. Those are the same card. And then BOU. Great. Okay, now I've got the BRs. Okay. Bramble, Brash, Raisin, 2 BRE, and then a BRI. So that's the order. And then BU, Buck, lots of BUR, the BUM, Burning Curiosity, Burning Anger, and then Burner, because the E comes before the I. So Burner Rocket, Burning Anger, 2 Burning Curiosity, just like that. And now my A's and B's are all sorted. So now I'm moving on to C's. I am moving on to C's. Here we go. Okay. All right, so this is H, and this is big enough. I'm going to sort it. Oh, there's going to be lots of H. Oh, and now I notice I had a mistake. That D goes with the D's. Whoops. I'm sure everybody was yelling at me for that. Oh, Chandra's really popular. Coal, chaotic, call, combustion, glamorous. What a word, glamorous. Command, clockwork, captain, cinder, cloud, crescent, channeled, co, cha, co, and co. All right, I've got just a few cards here. So A-L, A-N, Captain, capital comes first, just like that. Okay. Next is the CHs. I've got CH. Okay, that order is fine, and then lots of Chandras. Okay, so let's put those Chandras together. So CHA Chandras. Okay, they're going to come there. So this is what's first. Now I just want to look at the Chandras. Okay, this way I can just focus on that second word. I got magmuts. I got Pyrelings. I got Pyrohelix and Spitfire. There we go. So those come there. Chandra. Okay, so this is next. NOR. Lots of CHAs. Okay. Okay. Cinder Heart comes. So I just ignore spaces and all punctuation, which is I'm sure is going to get me in trouble later in my life, but so be it. Clock, clan first. CLA, CLO, CLOU, CLOC. Yep, just like that. Okay, coral. So let's do COA. We've got a coal-borne entity. That's first. Lots of COMs. So let's separate out those COMs. Okay. Everything else comes after it. Okay, so COMs. Combustion man comes before combustion technique, and then command comes before command. Boom. CORA, CORU, COU. Just like that. All right, we're moving on to the D's. Here we go. Oh, wait, no. I have some more C's. Whoops. I'm sure it was you yelling at me that got me to notice that. Thank you very much. Okay, C's are done. Now we're going on to the D's. Okay, DU, DR, DE, 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 DR, DR, DW, DE, DR, DA, DI, DY, and DE. All right, they're ready. You're by yourself. Deserter's Disciple. Okay, but I think Deem Worthy comes first, followed by Deer Dog, and then the three Deserter's Disciples. Excellent. Direct Current's the only DI. Okay. I got Dragon Moose. That comes before Dragon's Approach. And DRI. Dual Casters by yourself. Dwarven Reinforcements by yourself. Dynamite Diver by yourself. Moving on to the E's. This is how this process goes. So usually I don't have to worry that much in this second round. But it's nice that I'm doing this so that I can show how it works if I do have to do it. And if you got a huge collection from somebody out there, so you would have to do the same thing. Edgewall Pack. ELD, Electrify, comes before Electros. Oh, there's another elder anti. And then L2L, Survivors. There we go. Ember F, comes before Heart, comes before Wild. And End comes before Enraged. Okay, Explosive Derailment. Excavation comes before all that. Explosive Prodigy comes before Explosive Shun. There you go, we're moving on to the Fs. This is a pretty big pile of Fs. I mean, look at all those cards. And here we go. Feed, Flame, Fanatical. Nobody's gonna watch this video all the way through. Flick, Frantic, Fire. Oh, wait, that's Flick? Oh, Flick doesn't go there. Flick goes here. Fire goes there. Thank you for telling me to fix that. I'm confident I can hear all the things except that first one. I missed that first one. Fuming, Furious, Fledgling, Furnace. Go back to Flicking Cones. Frantic. Fire. The word fire is just very common in red, unsurprisingly. Faithless, those are in order. There we go. Those are now in order. Okay, so now we get to a problem where we kind of need to sort these using the trade. Okay, so if you I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna move my camera. You can see I've got all these piles up there. Okay. Okay, I've got all those piles up there. I'm gonna put these now in front of them. So I want to go back to front. So the FUs, the FRs, the FO, the FLs, those are all now in front of that group, and now I've just got the fire. So I think everything here starts with the word fire. FI. No, fiery intervention does not. So I'll take that one out. Everything else does. So this comes before the word fire, so boom. We're going into the sorted pile. All right, here we go. Oh, I don't need to do the second one. They're all FI. So I'm just doing it by whatever comes after fire. So M for magic. S for sages. B for brand. U for urchin. B for bending. N for magic. Nation. N. Bending. Nation. Ball. Nation. Bending. Nation. Bending. Nation. Well, okay, that may have helped a little bit. All right, I got fire bending lesson, fire bending lesson, fire ball, fire bending lesson, fire bending student, and fire brand archer. I think that's the order. So fireball, fire bending, bending lesson, bending student, and archer. There we go. Fire magic. There we go. Okay, Fire Nation. So I still use that S. So SC comes before SO. C cadets comes before S. A comes before C. Put that with the other cadets. Fire Nation R comes before S. There we go. I guess that's kind of an insertion sort, more of a selection sort. Fire Inform, Fire Sages, Fire Urchin. All right, so now I'm going back to the FL pile. Okay, FL pile. Let me just try to, okay, Flame Kin, Flame Awake, Fledgling, Flick, 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 Flames, the S goes between those, Flame Chain, another Flame Kin Guild Weaver. There we go. The FLs are done. FO just has Food Fight. That goes in the pile. FR, I think, was just Frantic Firebolts, but let's check. Nope. 3 Frantic Firebolts and 1 Frilled Spark Shooter. All right, here we go. This is FU. FUM. Furious comes before Furnace. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Okay, and then I've got G's, and I'm gonna go to sorting them again because there's enough of these that I'm gonna have to look through them now. With the G, O is a big one because Goblin is in G. So Goblin always gets to be a big group. Golden, Gift, Gadrak, Gravel, Goblin, Gold. Okay, the A's are easy, just like that. H is just 1, the Gear Crafter, Gift, Giant Fall, Gift of Wrath, and Gilded Goda, just like that. Oh, wait, I had Gilded Goda in the wrong one. So we'll put 1 with the L, but that doesn't go in there. Thankfully, it goes right with that card. That was lucky. Sorry I didn't hear you all telling me not to do that. So the Goatnap comes before the Goblins. Goldhelm comes after the Goblins, RS. All right, Goatnap. Goblin N, Goblin R, Goblin S, Goblin W, Goldhound. Okay. GRAB, GRE, GRIS, GRIM, just like that. Gut. There we go. And you notice we get through these little piles pretty quick. So the first big sort, that's usually about half of the whole thing. So how many H's now? HO, HO is lucky. Yep, lots of these are just H and vowel. H and vowel. And after a lot of told guys, But still, this gets us down to some manageable sizes. Harn and Har and Harvest, just like that. Heroes Hangout. Hero of, so the E comes before the O, right? And then HI, Hillgeig, just lots of Hillgeiguses, excellent. Horned, how to start a riot. Okay, great. Just Horned Stone Seeker and Hobgoblin. Hungry Frames. The H's are done. Moving on to the I's. Why did I put these in such a weird thing? Okay. I see that these fall into just a few things, but I'm still gonna sort them into piles. It just makes it so easy once you've done it. Incinerate, iridescent, irascible, impossible, impermanent. Are these all IRs? Yes. Okay. I am impro, impa, impul, impa, impa. Just like that. Incinerate, just like that. Okay. Irascible, iridescent, iros, iros, and Irofiredundum. Just like that. Alright, we're moving on to the G's. We're almost to the halfway point through these little things. Jack, and then Jong. There we go. Alright. Ooh, I got a lot of these. Okay, let's do them. There's some KAs. There's a KO, KO, KO. Lots of cool Wrath Zealots because I like that set. Alright, so I've got Kazuul, but you're going to be at the end. Kavaron. Okay, and Kavaron Harrier, so I think we're like that. Kenra Spellspear. Oh, you may wonder, should this... I think this card should be red because you've got to cast it for this spell first. So I keep that with my red cards. Kolaghan, Komodo, Corvold. Okay, I've got Kuldotha, and then lots of Korath Zealots, just like that. On to the L's, 2 more piles till we're halfway done with these. Okay, Layla, I'm not being by the first. E, I, oh, Laughing Mad, Leyline, Lightning is not lightning. Light of, that's going to come after the lightning. Lightning Bolt comes before Lightning Strike. Litho Breaking, another Lightning Strike, and another Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt, 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 Strike, Strike, Strike. Light of, LIT and LIV. And then LO is the only of those. Only 3 piles for L. Okay. I've got enough M cards, we're going to do it again. MO, MO, MY, MI, E, MO, MA, and what's that MY? More MYs. I guess City Melter is good. Mongoose, Mongoose Lizard. I drafted a lot of Mongoose Lizards. Okay, Magda's the only MA. ME, MEL, MER, MI, Mishra, and then Mishras. The S comes after the E's. It's Mongoose. Oh, now I've got a Molten Exhale. So G comes before L. Otherwise, that all the N's come after those. I got a lot of Mongoose books. Mysidian Elders, and then Mythos. RST. So the S comes before the T. I don't remember the order between RS and T by themselves. So I have to always just say RST to myself. Okay, I got just a few N's. So they're in that order. They're done. Excellent. You're coming into the home stretch here. Well, after we get through R, S, and T, we'll be coming into the home stretch. Okay. O, B, can I do these without doing a thing? Yes. O, L, O, P, war plate, I think just like that. Obliterating, offender, Oliphant, opera love song, orbital plunge, or plate. The P's are a little bit bigger. Let's put those in the piles. P1, P1, PY, PR, PI, PR, PR, PL, PY, PI, PE, PL, PL, PA, PY, PR, PY, PL. All right. Pace comes before pack. Pedal to the metal. Pillar of flame. Plasma comes after plane. Plundering. Prickly pear, prickly marmoset, price of freedom. Price comes before prickly. There you go. Pyrotechnics. Pyroclastic. Higher wild and paretic prankster. PRE, PR, PYRE, PYRW, PYRO, PYR. Pyre. Just like that. There is only one cue card, Quake Tusk Bowler. Why does that have reach? I don't know. Okay. Now we're on to the R's. R is a big group, so we are going to, RST, I've said this before, those are usually the biggest groups. Before I got this tray, I was waiting a long time to sort some of my cards, and so I would have these big piles like I'm doing now. Having this tray just makes it so easy for me to do these on the regular, but I don't really worry about that anymore. Rapacious Dragon, Resilient, Rotisserie Elemental. Alright, Rapacious, NOP, and Razorkin, third color comes first, and then Raging Goblinoids comes first. So Raging Goblinoids, random, Rapacious, Relbon, Razorkin, H, Razorkin, boom. Resilient. Now you'll notice I'm not doing like a third round because I don't need to. By breaking up into 26 different categories, I really barely ever need to do that. Reckless, red, C, red H, red M, red T, remnant, rending, resilient. Okay, two items of the day. Those come after the rip. Roku, rotisserie, rough, romantic. There we go. Rumbling, rock slide. Ruinous comes first. Random up comes after. Look at that. All right, now here's the big one. Is the S's. The S's is the big one. This is usually the biggest pile. There's going to be a lot of FPs because there's a spider. Okay. One of the nice things is usually not a lot goes in the double S pile. Usually not a lot goes in that. Sizzling, savage, shivering, sizzling, street, storm, shock, sure strike, siphon, spider, Sear, Sudden, Scythe Plus, Arcardian, Scoa, Spec, Squirt, lots of Spider Glens, Steam, Suplex, Lemons, Saboteur, Stormblood, Shiny, Swarming. Alright, so, here are my essays. I mean, look at how small this pile is. It's just so easy to do. I mean, I used to have, when I was, before, when I was just breaking things into two groups. R comes before U. SC. Before, I was just breaking stuff into two groups. SE. It took me forever. So I love having this Shadow, Shiny, Shivan, Shock. I love having this tray. This tray's great. 3 Sizzling Changelings. Skoa, Skewer, Slayer comes before that. Song, Solstice Revelations comes before Song of Totems. Spider, Spectacle, Spider Glen, Spiteful. Sprinting comes later. Spider Islanders, that comes after G. More Spider Glens. Spider Islanders, Spiteful, Sprinting. Right. Alright. STE. STEA. STAEM. Okay, Storm comes before Street. Storm comes before Spasm. Street Urchin. And Storm Shriek Fail. Those are together. Alright. Summon E, Summon G. Suplex comes after Sunbreak is first. Sure, and then Superior Foes of Spider-Man. Just like that. Swarming of Moria. Alright, so I've got one more big one. That's the tease. And then I really am in the home stretch here. This is a 45-minute video so far. Oh, right, in the second one. Through the tweeze, thrill, toe, ta, tur, toe, another tweeze, take out the trash, ticket tweet. Yeah, oh, there's a tiger. Lots of THs, lots of TIs, okay. THs happens a lot, for sure. TR. Alright. Take and tattered, just like that. Thunder, Salvo, Thunder Magic, V, Thunder Head, Thunder Magic, Thrill, Thrill of Possibility, different printing, V, R comes before S, and then through is going to be here. Alright. I like to draft Ticket Booth because I die a lot to Ticket Booth in Tunnel of Hate. There we go. TOs. TRE, TRO. TU. The T's are done. Okay. I declare this the home stretch. Here we go. 2 Unleashed Shells. That's all for you. I mean, there's a bunch of W's, but I'm going to be fine. Varchild's Vengeful, Volcanic, Village, Viashino, VAAM, that's going early. Visions of Phyrexia, T comes after S. Valakut, Volcanic Rambler beats Vision, and Voldarin comes last. There's the V's. I don't know if you can actually see me doing this quickly enough on the video or not. Why is crack? Oh, sorry, I got to sort with the thing. Here we go. W-I, 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 W-H, W-H, W-A, W-A, W-H, W-H, W-I. Oh, gosh, I hope I have some not in this first row. Oh, thank you, Wiley. Thank you for rescuing me. W-E. All right. War Balloon comes before Warrior Sword. There's another War Balloon. Warmonger comes there. Wayward is at the end. And Warship. RS. There we go. Welding Sparks. Boom. Whirling Strike. So that comes after, and that comes before that. So Wheel of Potential, Wear Ancient's Thread, Wings of Faith, and Whirling Strike. Wild, and Fire comes before Magic. Wildfire Elemental comes first. Rich. RST. RST. So they're in that order. Two Wileys reversals. Look at us. Here comes the Wise. Here comes the Wise. Gavi Maya, Steel Crusher. You've been caught stealing comes after Young. Eon Archers, Eon Archers. And here's the last letter. Here's the last letter. Zuko. Zhao. Zuko's offense. Zap. Zuko Exile. I have 4 Zukos at wow. Look at me. All right, these are the Z's in order. Okay, so we have a huge pile of cards here. These are all sorted alphabetically. And it took me less than an hour to sort them. Here they are. Alphabetical. I'm sure there's going to be a mistake in here. Now, the next thing I have to do with all these cards, of course, is I have to integrate them into my big boxes of cards. I don't know if I've done a video on that. That takes a while, right? Because I've got to, put them all in there. Oops, this file's too big for me to hold in my hands. These are all in order. And that takes a while, but that is, for me, that is just as much fun. That is just as much fun. Look at all these colors in alphabetical order. Love it. And now, of course, if I want to find any of the cards in my box, I just have to binary search to get to them. And there's O's, there's the P's, lots of P's, and here comes the big ones, R, lots of R's, R, S, S, more S's, R, S, and T's. So many. Awesome. Well, thank you for sorting 400 red cards with me. I love this safe sort. I love sorting these cards. Thank you very much.